it's Elizabeth from ELTS Adventures, and I'm back today with Cruise Chat, episode, I think it's number 9, and I got a different kind of basket this week. I actually have an actual basket rather than just a little, like, bowl, basically. So I've still got the same topics that's left in here. I haven't put any more in there just yet, but I'm working on that. Also, something else that I'm trying to work on is putting together some questions and stuff for a Q&A. So if you guys have any questions that you would like for me and or Tyler to answer, please leave those in the comments below. And once we get enough questions, we will be doing a Q&A video. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and mix these topics up for the Cruise Chat. And the topic for this week is, should there be assigned seating in the main dining room? And when I say assigned seating, it basically it means, like, you know, if you don't do the anytime dining but you do like the early or the late, typically they have, you know, everyone already in like a certain seat, like a certain spot, and you typically sit in that same seat or at least that same table all week or for the duration of your cruise, and you're sitting with the same people and stuff like that. And I know, like, there's obviously, you could go to the maitre d' and talk to them and say, hey, you know, we just want a private table just for the two of us. And I'm sure they would accommodate you if they could. But I just feel like, you know, just like when you go to a regular restaurant on land, you don't go to that restaurant and they already have you a table picked out with a bunch of people that you don't know. So I just feel like, you know, that there shouldn't be, you know, because some people are just not a people person, you know, so they don't want to sit with these people that they don't know, you know, and some people just don't, you know, they're on their vacation. For them, they don't really care to make any friends while they're on vacation, you know, nothing like that. Not saying that I'm like that, because I probably wouldn't mind it so much, but there would probably be, you know, at least a night or two that maybe, you know, me and Tyler would just want to sit together, you know, and it be just a nice dinner, just the two of us, and not having to sit with a table full of people that we've never met before, that we'll never probably see again. Excuse me. But some people may not mind it, you know, or some people just might, you know, strictly be, I want to sit. Excuse me. Some people might just be where they just want to sit by themselves every single night, have a different waiter, you know, because if you sit at this, where they have you sit, then you're going to have the same waiter or waitress the entire length of your cruise, at dinner time. And so they're going to learn you, they're going to know you, you know, and that aspect of it is pretty nice, you know, having someone to, you know, when you sit down at the table, they already know what you're going to want to drink, they already know how many appetizers you're going to want, because you've done it every night, you know what I'm saying? So that aspect is pretty neat. Me and Tyler, though, for our first cruise, we are doing the anytime dining, because we're actually, my friend Holly and her boyfriend are going on the cruise with us, and so we wanted to be sure that we would have a way where we could sit with them, rather than having to request a special table, you know, outside of where they have us to sit. We're just gonna do the anytime, and when we go to check in at the little desk that you have to check in at, to make, you know, for them to give you like a buzzer thing so they would know, so you would know when your table's ready, we'll just let them know, you know, that we want a table for 4, you know, rather than having to go to them and say, hey, you know, I know you guys have us sitting at this big table of like 10 people, but could we tonight have a table just for 4 or just for 2 or whatever. So We may not do every single dinner in the main dining room all together as a group of 4. So that way if we don't, and it's just me and Tyler, then we can say, we can just go up to the desk and just say we need a table for 2. So it wouldn't be an issue either way. And then we like the flexibility of, eating whenever we want to eat, basically. We don't want to just be assigned to a certain time, because, especially on, the days that you're in port, if you choose, an early dining time, it might be too early. But if you choose a late dining time, then you'll be, starving, you know what I'm saying? So I like the flexibility of just being able to go eat whenever I'm hungry. So, after we get back from port, once we can take our time getting dressed if we want, getting ready, and then, not be pressured to be ready by a certain time. And that way too, if there's a show that we want to see, we can have the flexibility of, figuring out what show, what time, and when we're going to eat dinner. Back to the seating though. That way, we will be able to sit with whoever we want, rather than Carnival picking it for us. So, again, I don't want to seem like we're against sitting with other people, because it's not that. It's just, what if I've, I don't know, had too many drinks or something, let's just say, and I go to the main dining room and I'm sitting with these people, and, they know clearly that I've had too many drinks, and then when I sit there and, pick on me, or, just silly stuff like that. Sometimes you just want your privacy. And with me and Tyler, such a nice dinner, it would almost kind of be like a little, like a little date, I guess you could say, like a little dinner date, and so it's, you want that privacy, you want that time, and plus you want to be able to conversate between the two of you without everyone else at the entire table knowing what you're talking about, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm not totally against sitting with a bunch of people in the dining room, because I think it would be cool to just meet new people and, whatever, but sometimes you just want that alone time. Or if you have, if you do make friends with people on the ship, like for instance, with my friend Holly, they're going to be with us, we want to be able to have just that small table of 4 people and just conversate between the 4 of us, and, bond as friends together, but privately at the same time. So, again, it's all about preference. Some people don't care. They don't make a big fuss. They just go and sit wherever they're told to go sit. And of course, if I would have chose early or late dining, I would do that. I would just go sit wherever, But if it ended up being where, one of those people at that table says something that really just gets under my skin, or, they're just rude, or whatever the case may be, I'm not going to want to sit with them the rest of the cruise. And so I just like that flexibility of, But, I don't really think that I think there should be an option, do you want to sit at a table full of people that you've never met, or would you prefer to sit alone? I think that should be, of course they want to make sure that they have enough seats and tables for everybody that's on the cruise, but that's why there's 2 dining rooms, and that's why there's several different times you can go. So, I understand that part of it, but I just feel like they shouldn't assign you to a certain, table, and, they should at least, when you go to say, go to dinner or whatever, they could ask you, hey, would you like to sit at a table with a bunch of people? Or do you want a private table? Kind of thing. So, and I know that would probably take a longer process of getting people in the door and getting people to dinner. But it would just be, I feel like people would probably, not really enjoy dinner more. But, I've seen YouTube videos where people complained about the people that were sitting at the table with them. They were really political people, and they wanted to talk about politics the whole time. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to sit at a table for dinner, trying to enjoy my dinner, and sit and want to talk about politics the whole time. Or, just touchy subjects in general, religion or whatever. I want to enjoy my dinner. And a lot of times when me and Tyler are having dinner, we don't really talk a whole lot anyways, because we're trying to just enjoy the dinner, enjoy the time together. We don't necessarily have to conversate to enjoy that. I'm not saying that we sit there the entire 30 minutes eating, not saying a word to each other. But, you know, and of course on a cruise we'll have so much to talk about, you know, how much fun we've had that day, or what we want to do tomorrow, or, you know, stuff like that. But, you know, in general, there's not a whole lot of conversation that goes on. I mean, you're sitting there feeding your face, you know, so, but anyways, sorry for rambling on about that, but it's all about preference. If you like the assigned tables in the dining room, or if you don't, leave a comment down below and let me know how you feel about it. If you've ever had any bad experiences where you've been sat at a table full of people that you just didn't really like. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, please give a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And if you're not part of our Facebook group, please hop on over to Facebook. And it's the ELTS Adventures Vacation and Cruising Community, I think is how I have it worded. But the link is going to be in the description below. And I will see you guys next week on another episode of Cruise Chat. Bye!